What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video here to preview Jets Dolphins final game of the 2024 season for the New York Jets. Thank God it is the 4-12 Jets going up against the 8-8 Miami Dolphins. Jets are 24th in points for and 21st in points against on the season, while the Dolphins are 22nd in points for and 8th in points against. The preview show is brought to you by BetUS, the official sportsbook sponsor of the channel. Sign up using YouTube 150 as the promo code and receive a 150% match deposit bonus. This game is a pick'em, which means, the Vegas is saying straight up pick it, no spread in this one. We will save my pick for the end of this video. Sign up and get in on the action just in time for the playoffs. So no Tua in this game. It's going to be Tyler Huntley, Snoop Huntley, starting for the Miami Dolphins. His best game of the season came just this past week against the Cleveland Browns. He went 22 of 26 for an 84.6 completion percentage, 225 yards, a touchdown, no interceptions. He also ran for over 50 yards and had a rushing touchdown as well. He's significantly more mobile than Tua, so that's a factor that, maybe the Jets aren't used to seeing against the Miami Dolphins. It's usually, a lot of timing routes and, Tua delivering the ball on time and in stride to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, and they usually run the ball well. The offense is going to look a little bit different this week, and Huntley is going to add that rushing attack, although, he put up crazy accuracy numbers this past week. Normally, Huntley's not as accurate of a passer as what Tua is. Now, I know to the Jets, this game doesn't really mean a whole lot, and maybe to Jets fans, it doesn't mean a whole lot, but for the Miami Dolphins, depending on what happens earlier in the day, it could mean a lot to them. So if the Miami Dolphins win this game, and they need the Broncos to lose to the Chiefs are resting starters, so it may be a little bit easier said than done. If the Dolphins win, they would be in the playoffs at 9-8. Even if Cincinnati wins, it would be Cincy, the Dolphins, and the Broncos all with the same record, and the Dolphins would be the one that gets in. If the Broncos win earlier in the day against the Chiefs, then this game means nothing. But if the Chiefs somehow win with Carson Wentz at quarterback, well, then it could mean a whole lot. The Jets haven't beaten the Dolphins since early in the 2022 season. That's 4 straight losses to the Miami Dolphins. It could be 5 if they lose this game. Some other key notes in this one: Rodgers still chasing 500 touchdowns. He didn't get it last week. He's going to get the start this week. I wonder if we do see Tyrod Taylor at all. Saw him a week ago. He looked good in garbage time against the Bills' second and third stringers. Tyrod Taylor came in and replaced Aaron Rodgers after the Jets were down 40-0, put up a couple touchdowns at the end. But I'm kind of wondering if we do see Tyrod, and that's maybe a good segue into my predictions, where I do think we see Aaron Rodgers throw his 500th passing touchdown to Davante Adams early in the game, sometime in the first half. And then I think in the second half of this game, we see Tyrod Taylor. I think, it's a big deal that Aaron Rodgers is going to start all 17 games. But I would not be surprised if the Jets pull him at some point. I also think that DJ Reed is going to get burned for a long touchdown. That tends to happen against the Miami Dolphins. Jalen Waddle has got him a few times. Jalen Waddle hasn't played since week 15. Tyreek Hill will play in this game. So someone will beat him for a long touchdown. And maybe that's harsh because I do like DJ Reed. I think he's been a good Jet. He's just struggled against the Miami Dolphins. It's a tough matchup for him. And after his comments this past week, with him kind of already with one foot out the door, I just could see him letting up a big play in this game. Also, Hassan Reddick doesn't get a sack this week, so he finishes the season with less than 1 sack. I think he's sitting at a half a sack on the year, and I think that's where he finishes, which is just gross. Anyway, all right, let's get to the score predictions and my pick. No spread, it's a pick 'em. I'm going to take the Dolphins outright in this game. It means more to them. I think the Jets are just kind of cooked at this point. I'm going to go 21-13 Dolphins. Jets get in the end zone once, then kick a couple field goals. Miami, I think they get in the end zone 3 times. I think Huntley probably rushes for 1, probably hits one of the speedy guys for a deep touchdown, and then someone gets a rushing touchdown along the way. Jets drop to 4-13, and the nightmare season is over. Guys, I appreciate you hanging with me for these game predictions. Sorry they didn't mean as much down the stretch. I wish they did, but you guys have been great. I appreciate you. We're going to have a fun off season. I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll catch you next time.